Happy Friday and welcome to Muscle Maintenance with InShape Fitness. I'm Kim Watkins. I'm going to be your trainer. Let's get you started. Today's workout is again similar to the workouts we've been doing all week. We are ending the week with a little bit more of an effort. So start it out with a jog in place for 30 seconds. Go ahead and get started. Stand up if you haven't already. Get your back straight, tuck in your tailbone, engage your abdominals, and jog in place. Now I want you to swing your arms forward and back. Breathe deeply in through your nose, out through your mouth. Another couple of seconds. Awesome. Just warming up the body here. We've got one more move. Take it down to a walk, but lift those knees as high as possible. High knees, and add the shoulder press. Press all the way up. Controlled press. So really force yourself to move slowly. Press all the way up, stretching out the back, opening up the shoulders, and then bring your hands back down to your shoulder level, and then press again. And get those knees as high as possible. Make sure your pelvis is completely vertical. You don't want your butt sticking out. You're lifting those knees up a little bit more. Each step a little higher. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I've introduced you to a balance exercise called Lighthouse, which we've been doing all week. I want you this time to do a move I call the flamingo. And instead of putting your feet heel to toe, I want you to stabilize your weight on your right leg, lift the left leg up off the floor, just rest it on the right ankle or fairly close by, then still stretch your hands all the way out just like you did with the Lighthouse. Turn your head right to left for 15 seconds. Go ahead, we're going to switch sides in 15 seconds. You'll stabilize your weight on your left side, which is likely a weaker side, as the majority of the population is right-handed and has a stronger, weaker side in terms of muscular ability. That's kind of the way it goes. Okay, switch sides. So stabilize your weight now on your left leg. Your arms are still stretched out. Try not to let them drop, because if they're the shoulder muscles and all those little muscles on the inside of your shoulder are engaged the entire time, you'll feel some fatigue, that drag, and that is the isometric contraction forcing your body to work harder. Okay, jumping jacks, 30 seconds, go. And if you can take them up to power jacks, remember, we've been talking about how the difference is with the power jacks, you're kind of moving double time. So it's instead of jump out, jump in, jump out, jump in, you're doing something more like jump out, jump in, jump out, jump in. You know, that kind of momentum is built and your rhythm is a lot faster. For another 10 seconds or so, get that going. Your hands, if you're doing a full jumping jack, they touch up at the top. If you're doing the power jacks, you're likely not going to get them to touch up at the top, which is fine, and your arms are typically a little bent. 3 seconds. Doing those burpees next. Okay, squat all the way down. Your feet are fairly close together. Put your hands down on the ground beside your feet. Walk one foot back, then the other. Now bring your feet back into the squat, the full frog squat there, and stand up by pressing your heels into the floor, squeezing your butt. And again, squat all the way down. Put your hands on the floor beside your feet. Walk one foot back, then the other. Bring your feet back in, stand up. And one last time. Very good, very good. So we have a couple more moves. We're going to do push-ups. We're going to do a set of push-ups here for 30 seconds. So go ahead and get your body down onto the ground into push-up position. If you're doing them on your toes, that's fantastic. Make sure your butt is in one line with your body. You don't want your body, your butt sticking out, if you will. And then same as if you're doing the push-ups on your knees. So go ahead and get started. Take a deep breath in as you lower your body, and then exhale and push back up. You're bending your elbows only as you move the body here. That's the only moving sort of joint, if you will. Your body itself stays in one plank, which is why the push-ups are so hard, because you're engaging your abdominals in through the deepest level and out in that plank format, which is why it's quite difficult. Okay, 2 more moves. Go ahead and turn yourself over. Let's do some tricep dips. So sit on your butt, put your hands on the floor with your fingers facing forward, and just lift your body up. Now make sure that your feet are about shoulder width apart, not with toes. Turn your toes in. Make sure your toes and heels are straight, and that you press down into your surface, your floor, your ground, or whatever, with the balls of your feet and your toes. You don't want to rest only on your heels. That puts way too much pressure on your back, okay? Now the tricep dip takes place as you bend your elbows, your body lowers closer to the ground, and then exhale and push back up. Go ahead. got another 25 seconds or so. Tricep dips, when you really press into the ground with those balls of your feet, with your toes, you're going to feel the sensation of contraction up the back of your leg, your hamstrings and your glutes. A really fabulous sort of accelerator for this really simple exercise. The tricep, as most women can attest, is one of those sort of naughty little muscles that doesn't do a lot of work, and that part of the arm can get really flabby and unsightly if you don't do anything with it. But it's also such a small muscle that there aren't that many exercises that really work it. So we like to do these tricep dips, but then add stuff in so that you do more with the body as you're doing the tricep work. Okay, lay down. Let's do some heel taps. This is the same abdominal crunch that we did yesterday. So go ahead and lay down all the way on the ground. Your head is on the ground. Your hands are extended down by your sides. Your knees are bent. Your feet are on the floor. Now you're going to squeeze those abs, lift up, and then round out to the side to the right, reaching down with your right hand to touch your right heel. Return to start and do the same thing to the left side. And you're just going to go back and forth for another 20 seconds. Then we're going to take a short break. Very good. And 10 seconds. Squeezing those abs. Remember, with abdominal work, you want to pretend that you have a marble in your belly button, and then sort of squeeze your abs through your navel, sort of drawing in and up a little bit in order to keep the marble in your navel. Sort of an odd thing to envision. Hopefully you don't actually try it, but it is a nice way to really focus on squeezing those abs as you do your work. Okay, we're taking a break for 15 seconds here. So take a couple of deep breaths. We're going to go back to the flamingo and repeat this really short set, 6 exercises for another 3 minutes, start to finish. And we will have you out and ready to go in another 3 minutes, which is a total of 10 minutes for the workout. And, again, this is, go ahead and get your legs sort of squared away here for the flamingo. Stabilize your weight on your right leg. Extend out with your hands and go ahead and start turning your head. What I was going to say is that a 10-minute workout in the morning is not your workout where, if you do it every day, you're going to lose 100 pounds in 3 or 4 months or something, extreme like that. Or get shredded and look like a supermodel in 3 or 4 months. This is functional fitness. And go ahead and switch feet, by the way. The left leg now is on the ground. Your right leg is resting on your left ankle, and you're turning your head again. A couple more seconds. We're doing functional fitness here. We are helping you stay mobile, enjoy your life, and hopefully boost your metabolism. As you get through your day, you will see and feel the differences if you start doing these workouts every single day. Now, we take Saturday and Sunday off here at In Shape Fitness, so hopefully you're doing something when you wake up on the weekends. But let's do those jumping jacks now. Speaking of, get going with those power jacks if you can, jumping wide, landing on the balls of your feet, keeping your back straight. Your abs are engaged the entire time, and you are reaching up with your big circles over your head. Got another few seconds. We're going to take it down to the floor here. We're actually going to combine the burpee with the push-up so that you don't have to do push-ups for 30 seconds straight, but rather you're going to do a push-up in the middle of the burpee. So let's actually get yourself ready for that. You're going to put your feet on the ground again, a few inches apart, squat all the way down, put your hands on the ground about shoulder width apart, walk your feet back into push-up position, do 1 push-up, then bring your feet back in, and then stand up. Let's try that again. Squat down, walk out to push-up position, do 1 push-up, and stand back up. Very good. Let's do 2 more. Squat down, put your hands on the ground, walk your feet back. You're in push-up position, do 1 push-up, bring your feet back in, stand up, and last one, squat all the way down, hands on the ground, walk your feet back, do 1 push-up, bring your feet back in and stand up. Now go ahead and sit back down onto your butt, put your hands on the floor behind your butt, fingers facing forward, up for those tricep dips. Remember to keep your feet fully on the ground. You don't want your heels to be the entire connection point with your surface. You want those balls of your feet and your toes pressing into the ground as you do those tricep dips. You've got about 20 more seconds. Then we'll finish up with the heel taps and you will be done. I wonder what you are doing this weekend. I'm still out at our beach house in Long Island, New York, where my husband and my daughter and I spend the majority of the summer for hanging out at the beach. We'll be at the beach basically all day for the next few days. And actually, I'm out here through Labor Day, so I won't be back into the New York City where I operate our company for another couple of weeks. But go ahead now, do those heel taps. You're sort of stretching up and around, touching the right hand to the right heel, then back to your start point, then up to the left and around, and back. Ending here with that ab work. Remember, hold that belly button, or hold the marble into your belly button. Really squeeze the abs, squeezing through your hips. Focus on drawing in through the navel and kind of up through the rib cage. Very good. Keep this going for another couple seconds. And whatever you're doing, we will see you first thing on Monday morning. You have 35 some odd episodes of the In Shape Fitness show through podcast here on Spreaker.com or iTunes, or our website, which is inshape-fitness.com. And we'll be back with a 10-minute workout, muscle maintenance, on Monday morning. I'm Kim Watkins. Have a great day.